Nicole O'Neill once said, when you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden. And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.
Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Ogunremi. I am a professional voiceover artist and I'm an actor or actress, whichever way you want to call it, but is mostly professionally called, actor. Anyway, it's not really about me today, it's about two amazing hosts today. And trust me, you're going to have a fantastic time here today. So if you are still eating or you're still in the bathroom or somewhere, anywhere, come right here. Facebook, we're on Facebook, we are live here on Facebook or LinkedIn or even YouTube. Just, click on your what? Anyway, so it's about time we put these two amazing people on hot seats. Okay, I'm just joking, not really hot seats, just ask them some few questions and we're about to have an amazing time. Once again, my name is Victoria Ogunremi, and we're about to have a blitz. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing time. And with me today, I have the amazing, the energetic, the powerful. She's she's not just a voice you listen to. She's that energy you feel. When she's present, the energy is there. So yeah, and we have Grace, so amazing. She is, oh my God. When I visited her profile and I saw the things she does, I'm like, no, this woman is powerful. This woman is amazing. And her voice, oh my God, so soothing. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce them, sorry, we this is more like a celebration, I would say, because it's our second year anniversary of the Your Voice, Your second year. It's our second anniversary, and we actually meant to celebrate that on the 19th of June, but we just had to postpone it. So in the mood of celebration, so let's just say this is going to be all about the second anniversary, and we are here to have fun, trust me. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome with me Grace, so amazing, and the energetic EJ. I want to see those emojis coming up. Woo! You're welcome to the show. Thank you for having me. Actually, I'm honored to be here today. I'm so
Okay, is it me now?
so without any
Okay, the energetic EJ is frozen as well, or is it my end? I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if it's from my end or from the. Okay, I think it's from her end. And also, I can't find the energetic anywhere. I don't know why this is happening, but if you can see or hear me, Please. Okay. All right. She's
Oh
back.
my God.
Hey, what's going on? Okay.
At first, you
Technology.
got frozen.
Okay, wait.
You got frozen, and then Victoria got frozen at the same time. So I was now like, okay, I'm the
Ah,
only one
ah,
that I can see. Is this correct?
oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. Whether it's StreamYard, whether it's our network, I really don't know. So is Victoria back or am I the one not seeing her right now?
She's. I think the
Can you hear
problem is
me? Am
from.
I here?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly, and I don't know if you can hear me. I think the problem is from
Yeah, I can hear
Victoria's
you.
end.
Ah, I see. So I think probably a network, I guess. A network. Well, as she started the conversation before while my network threw me out, or the system
No,
threw me out. I
yeah.
think something is going on.
Oh, okay. I She was still talking. She was still trying to talk about how the anniversary was on the 19th, and then while she was still saying that, it went off.
Ah, I see. Okay, so I think it's a network problem. Victoria, can you hear us? I don't think our network is back. So, our hosts, network has through
Ah,
our
our
host.
host, you know, something happened yesterday. So maybe before she comes back, we'll just take our usual talk about what happened during the weekend. So there's this new role that I was assigned and an association that I belong to. So I was assigned the role. I was told, paperwork. They sent me the paperwork of what my responsibilities were or what my responsibilities are. I looked through it and I'm like, well, easy breezy until the person that was supposed to hand over to me handed over to me. And then I said, oh, more. This is like a full-time job. I won't be able to
Wow.
do this. And then I remember, when we pray, when we ask God for certain things, we're like, okay, build us here. I'm very big on personal development. I want to stretch myself. I want to build resilience. I saw Babanla build resilience. This one is overstretching, like, but I was already saying to myself that I know I won't be able to do all of the things that I do and then now include this one.
Yes.
So I just prayed. It was in the morning when I was just praying and I was just, just meditating. I just remembered that I told I've always mentioned that I want to build capacity in some key areas of my life.
Hmm.
And when I matched the roles and I matched some of the things that I would be doing, I just realized that that's how you're able to build a particular competence that you're
Capacity.
looking for,
Hmm.
and then that just gave me okay. I said okay, and then this show just reminded me personally when I started. I consider you a pro. You've been a mic person for long, but not me. I've always been behind. And then I just compared how I used to present many years ago and
Now,
and I'm like, this is how you build competence. So
yes.
no
You
need. So I'm
build
taking
it
the
by
responsibility
growing.
with all of my heart.
Oh, well done, well done, well done.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's never easy. Like responsibility is never easy. But the thing is, at the end of the day, when we put our mind to it, we can actually get there. Okay, Victoria is back. Yay! Our
I'm really sorry for that. Network was just
no
really
problem. It's tech. We do have this problem, so we are used to it.
ah as well. Thank you, and I apologize once again. Can you hear
Worries.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. No worries at all.
All right. We are sorry for that should I say short break? But I'm sure these amazing, hosts are already engaging you already. Because if nothing can happen, honestly, these two, oh my God. I'm sure that they were actually doing something while this whole network issue was running, I'm sure, because I trust them. All right, welcome back once again. And if you're just joining, my name is Victoria Ogunremi, and I just introduced these amazing women, the energetic EJ and Grace, so amazing. And welcome back once again. So now it's time to ask them some few questions. We want to know more about them, and I'm sure that you want to know more about them too, because I am as curious as you are. So, but before we dive into the questions, I would like you both, maybe, okay, Grace, so amazing, you'll go first, then Energetic AJ will follow. So I'd like you to please tell us about you, just a brief bio, something we've not. I don't want to know what I've known. I want to know, more about you and all of that. So please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. What now? The problem would now be, what do I know that you already know? Because Egbamike. Because I don't know what you already know that I would have to keep away. Because so when it comes to me, I am I am the most difficult thing about me I would start with is that I it's so hard for me to say this is what I do. Like when it comes to work, I do a lot of things, but all in all, I put it together because it goes towards one thing and one thing um, generally. So I am very big on personal development and mental health. So my work is centered around anything I do. So I'm a business owner. I have an arm of my business that expresses itself in the form of health and wellness. So that business caters to everything physical, emotional, and mental. And then I also run a foundation called Friends to Lean On Global Foundation, where it's strictly about mental health, advocacy, and education. And I also work in a training outfit where we teach children that are struggling with learning, like they have learning disability. They don't learn the same way their peers learn. I help them
Did you lose the audio?
Is it my
when it comes to the work that I do out of here. Okay, okay. For some reason, I didn't see anybody. All right, so that's what um the work that I do on the
oh, I mean, am I the only one not hearing you?
I also
Is it my
can't
network
hear.
or hers?
I also can't hear.
Oh, okay. I think she said
other
it's
side.
us. I think.
That's with
Oh,
work.
So I think, yeah, Grace, I think your audio, it could be your network, or is it ours? Because we can't hear you
I can hear you. Can
consistently.
you hear me? Okay, so that's
Now,
about okay. So that's about me. I'm someone that is very full of life. I love life a lot. I'm fun loving. I have more than 20 hobbies. I like
Minister of
learning.
Enjoyment,
You can call me Officer Enjoyment, and that's because
Minister
of
of
me.
Enjoyment.
well, you need to see the way you are glowing on my screen right now. Like you are really glowing. Maybe we should be sharing the same cream because this Nigerian hot sun is.
Over to you. Over to you. I can use
See,
one
like
day to tell you about myself. So let that be.
all right, thank you so much. Over to you, energetic AJ.
All right. Okay. So, just like Gracie, and I think that is one of the reasons that working together is a little bit smooth. Not completely smooth, yeah, but it's just like there's a synergy between us because we have a lot in common. Just like she said, she does a couple of things. I also wear a couple of hats.
But three pillars to me at the moment, and honestly, even in retrospect, in reflection, in journaling, I see that this has been the pattern for the longest time. I've always been in this space of media in a way, maybe not mainstream media, but media still. So I've always found myself in front and with a microphone and on a platform since I was about 6 years old. So
Wow.
that has been the journey for me, really, whether it's in church, is in family setting, is in community. I've always just found myself in front and on stages and in leadership position. But the pillars to me now, bringing them into pillars now, and this has been over the last at least probably 7 close to 10 years now, is podcasting, event hosting, and life coaching. Life coaching is the youngest of all the expressions. Yeah, so I started life coaching probably 2022, 2023, but I dived into the coaching space in 2020, during COVID. So yeah, those are the three pillars to me. But other than that, like Gracie, I also do other things. Like, when yeah, it's like those things are not in the fore. It's almost like you don't need to know them, but we do them. Like consulting with small businesses, for their say media presence, or consulting for advising, clarity, basically great, providing clarity for small businesses, or a little bit of tech there. Like I'm really interested in technical things like platforms, so I help people then set up their platforms, right? So I do that with people behind the scenes. So it's not something that I talk about all the time, or like planning as well, administrative work, helping people. This person has this project, okay, let's support them in ensuring that this project moves from the vision state to the execution state. So that's also something I do, but I don't put all the upfront. So yeah, these are pillars to me, but the three pillars are podcasting, event hosting, and life coaching. Yes.
That's so
Oh,
amazing.
by the way,
Like,
I think too. I think I always forget that one. And somebody accused me just like 2 days ago. This person, I've not chatted with him in a long time, but we grew up
okay.
together. So I've always been in this thing, like I said, as a young person, like from childhood, from junior choir to senior choir to band to all these things, right? And I've been in the entertainment industry at some point and all of that in Nigeria. And this person just messaged
Wow.
me yesterday or day before yesterday, like, why did you stop singing? I'm like, hello, who told you? I'm like, who told you
What
I
is
stopped
happening?
singing? I still sing on a daily basis. I just
Wow.
don't do it on stage all the time, but I still sing. I've not been into the studio for a while now, but I've got about maybe at least 6 to 7 singles out there if you check, both covers and original songs. So yes, but I still sing. I sing every day, and I still sing in church. Yes.
I think you should monetize that. You should be going for shows and
you know, that was part of the plan at some point, but life has a way of deterring you at some point. Who knows? It could come back again. I have a friend in the US that is like this. His own is like, EJ, you need to come to the US. Like they need you here. Like this person is so sold out to this cause. He's sending me links to Voice, to Britain's Got Talent. Like they need you here. I'm like, uncle, wow. Thank you so much for believing in me.
I think you should try it. At least we never can tell. It would be really nice to see you on my screen, my big screen, like
You never
voice,
know.
voice,
Never know.
America, all those things.
I
I would
was
just
on
be saying that.
Sunday's Best years ago. Yeah, I was on Sunday's
You
Best
were
years ago when Kirk Franklin came to
really?
Nigeria. Yeah,
Are you
I
serious?
auditioned. I auditioned and I moved from level
Okay, now
one to
network
level
has
two.
started again. Now I want to
Oh
hear the
my,
full gist and network is doing like this. Is it fair? Can you
sorry
hear
for the
me?
network. I can hear
Yeah,
you. Me, I can hear you.
yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you
but
as well. Maybe it's
ah,
lagging.
Yeah, maybe it's lagging.
network. So network is want me to hear that full gist.
If you can hear us, just go ahead. I think it's just
I think there's a
lagging,
lag.
but we can
Yeah,
hear
there's a
you.
lag. But we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. I would actually love to hear more about her because it's getting really more interesting. But network issues and all of that. Well, I'm sure that it will come through later and all of that. Actually, for me, how I got to know energetic EJ, there was, I think that was like 2 years ago. She posted Own Your Voice challenge and all of that. Then I was still like more new to voiceovers. I was not really like I didn't have that much experience in voiceovers. And then I saw her, the flyer pop up. Oh, she's back! I love to give you guys, one hot gist, but she's back. Maybe we'll do that later because it's not really about me, it's about them. Welcome back, Mal.
Thank you. Oh, was I off? Away. I didn't know I was awful.
Oh,
You were not
network is
away from her end. You were right here. I could see you. Maybe
Ah,
from
oh
her
okay.
end, she could not see you.
Yeah. So
Okay,
maybe it's
so
from your
that's
end, Victoria. So please go on. Go on with what you were saying. I think you were saying so. Please go on,
okay.
Doris.
Okay, I was talking about how I got to know you and all of that. So, and then I just saw the flyer, I just saw who you. I'm like, okay, because me personally, I just love to improve myself. I love to learn. I just want to learn from others too. And when I saw, I was like, this is actually going to help me because I'm always after my growth. My growth comes first before anything else. And I applied, and she just there's just there's just this connection, like after getting to know her, after applying, and she gave me directions and all of that, sending, and I'm like, this man is actually a nice person, like getting to know her. And since then she has been following up, like back to back, always sending me messages, always inspiring me, motivating me and all of that. And honestly, if you don't have energetic EJ in your life, what are you doing with your life? Anyway, and I'm happy to finally, because I know that I'm definitely coming to your DM soon. I'm talking to you, mom. Grace, so amazing. I'm definitely coming to your DM because I would really love to connect with you and know you beyond all of this because this energy alone, I'm sure that there's still more, and I would love to learn from you. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm sure that you've learned one or two things. You've known, at least you've gotten some few things about them, and I'm sure that you have questions already. Just bring those questions. We are here to answer. Even if you have questions for me, I'm going to answer them. Don't worry, and I can answer for them too, anyhow you want it. All right, without any further ado, okay, so I would why do I keep saying we would love to would love to know how this whole vision started, this your voice, your impact. How is it that you just woke up one day and you're like, I think your voice, your impact will be something great, or it's just how did you come up with that? Okay, since Grace for Amazing started first, I would like energetic EJ to share the experience first, and you can add your own if that's fine. Did you get my question?
Yes, I think so. Can you still hear me? Am I still on?
Yes. Yes, you are on.
Okay. So, honestly, it's Grace that will remember this thing more. Me, me, I don't need to remember things like that. It's Grace that will really remember this talk more because I can't, I can't, I can't remember if I started first or Grace started first or we both decide. Grace, how did it happen? I can't remember. Please remind me. I know you have better.
okay.
You
All
sabi
right.
to
So
tell or pass me.
yeah, I remember very clearly. So
Oh,
this started, July. Our first show started, but we were in the same space. As you know, when you know EJ, you know that she's the MC, she's the voice person, she's the and all of that. And at that time, I had a show on my Instagram called, we're just it was mental health related. We were just, using that show to expose and, teach topical story, I mean, topical issues and, deal with issues, trending issues. And EJ was doing her voice thing and all that. And we were in the same coaching community. And I said, I was doing something around so my my goal at the time was to work with EJ and work with all the other coaches because we would come, we would talk about, coaching, we'll
It
just
was
talk
a
about, and I'm like, you know
mastermind.
what?
It was a mastermind.
Mastermind, which is still there. So at the time, I was working with this lady. She was into relationship. We're just, because I saw major issues in their fields. Like EJ was very big her own. If you close your eyes and open, you just hear voice over, you voice, So I just knew that for EJ, the voice is the thing, using your voice. And we just started talking. I was like, let us come up with something. Let's do something. You're already doing your thing. You already do it on your own. Let's collaborate now using the voice part and then talking about topical issues. And then from there, we just both came and there was this connection that we should look for a name, since it was all about impact and one's voice. And then we just came up with the name. We wiggled, we tried so many names, and we're like, okay, let's just come up with this name. And then it will be that we'll use this platform and, progress from there. So that was how it started. It was just bringing our talents together and then putting it together and then giving birth to your voice, your impact. So it was pretty much like that. And we started on Instagram. No, we too, we have done it, Sha. So from Instagram, and EJ, her strength lies in she's very good with all this. She's good though. I give it to her. She was already big on the technical aspect of all of this, but I was with the, some of the things that the issues that we were dealing with at the time because of where I was coming from in terms of mental health, day-to-day issues. And let's bring this together, and then people can now use their voices to share these unique areas that they are able to deal with. So that's how we were just going through Instagram, Twitter, face. No, we didn't do Facebook, and right here on YouTube. Who knows? We'll be somewhere. We'll be on CNN or one very mic
On
day.
TV, on TV, on TV. We will be on TV soon.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the story. That's the backstory.
wow. This, like, you sharing this story makes me it just preaches to me like the power of collaboration. Oh my god, the power of collaboration. Sorry, like the fact that that's one thing. That's one thing. Most, should I say, higher ups, like they hammer on that. Don't do things your own way. No, it's fine to do things your way, but you can collaborate with someone. You can, join heads together. And because that, even Bible records that two heads are definitely better than one. So the collaboration and all of that, like, I think now I'll do more of collaboration because this is the proof that
Talking
is
about talking
two
about that
or
before you
more.
go on. Talking about that before you go on the
Yeah.
collaboration part, I was listening to a video today that was shared in one of the teams that I belong to that I work with here in the UAE. And I remember that our CEO sent that video to us last week that everybody watched this. And so I was just listening to it today. And here was something about this collaboration thing that the speaker was talking about. And I put it up on my WhatsApp status. I just want to quickly go through it. Yes, it says While discipline is forged in solitude, acceleration is born in alignment. And that alignment is when you align yourself with like minded people. That is, and
Mm-hmm.
it takes me back to that saying. I think it's a South African proverb, or maybe it's Madiba that said it, that says, or an African adage that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, if you want to climb high, you have to go with others. And I think that's the beauty of collaboration. And I know that even with that, with collaboration and partnerships, of course, it has its ups and downs as well. So it's quite important that we also pay attention to the synergy between ourselves and the people we want to collaborate with. When there is some level of synergy, it becomes easier. When there are two open-minded people, it becomes easier to do life together. And honestly, if we even want to make this whole conversation just about that, on how we've been able to go back and forth in the last 2 years on this particular show, we would not exhaust everything in one sitting. But I just needed to put that in, just to say that when we talk about collaboration, it's so powerful. It's such a powerful thing to leverage, to scale up. And then it's important that you recognize the similarities, even the differences, but recognize the alignment in value, alignment in the vision, the goal that you and your partners or you and your collaborators are trying to achieve. And I think that's really important. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of collaboration, what if your co, how do I put this? What if your partner maybe at some point decides to give up? How how do you did you get my question? How do you
Yes.
you know
Absolutely. Ask Grace now. She will say her own too now. When I finish speaking about that, there have been times, during this 2 year journey where I'm like, I'm not feeling this thing again. I don't think I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And I think that has happened like two times. And on those two occasions, we deliberately go on breaks. We deliberately just take a break. And that's because at the end of the day, I think again it's essential. I think the difference here for me and Gracie is the fact that we are very both big on personal development. We are very both big on creating positive impact. And so because of that core value that we both share, no matter how neck deep life is drowning us, there is still that thing that sparks up when we remember that, you are just here not for yourself, oh, you are here for other people. If you allow yourself to drown now, what will happen to all the people that God has sent you to? What will happen to them? And so we find our way. So but that's the beauty again in being in partnership, right? Because it hardly happens to both of us at the same time. So when it's hitting me hard, neck deep, she's still feeling
she's there?
gingered, and she's able to say, okay, you know what, take your break. Then when you are ready, let's go on. And when she's neck deep, she's able to say, babe, I don't think, and I'm able to say, you know what, let's take a break, and then we touch base again. But imagine if I was alone and then I was neck deep and then I just decided, like, I beg, I not they do again. If that could be the end. That's just the truth. That could be the end, right? But because we're two, our visions are aligned, our passions are aligned. It's easy for when we feel the deep, we have a way of managing it and then sparking up again. Gracie, I don't know if you have anything to add to this.
I would like to hear from her too.
That's a very good question because I know without a doubt so many people are afraid of, getting into collaborations or working with people. And what I've learned so far in my small time in life is if you want to build any any form of relationship, because we're relational human beings, we're relational beings, and for you to even say you are doing well on your personal development journey is work with one person, not 20 people. Work with one person. And if you can, you don't break your head after 6 months, then you're doing something good. Now, to answer the question around when she's down, I might be up. When I'm down, she's up. That's the beauty of collaboration. I remember correctly where she had 1,000,001 valid reasons, by the way, valid reasons to, say, I like she said, I'm not feeling this thing again. And that's where, seeing things from a perspective would come from. When you're seeing something from a perspective, in your own eyes, you're not achieving the way you would love to achieve. But when you have someone that would flip the coin and just help you see that, look, it might just look like you're not achieving here, but what if you're actually achieving more than you know in this area? They may not see reasons with you at that time, which was, I think, it has happened. You're like, oh, mom, I beg. And then you just let it simmer. You don't say it, don't force it down the truth of whoever it is, which is what we have been able to, you just put it out there. And we are so this is so funny just thinking about it. We have been so we have worked so closely with each other that sometimes I'll be like, I know it's age they think right now for this thing where I once said, like, I will send it anyways,
Can you hear
you
now?
know.
I don't,
Can you hear me, EJ? Can you hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Victoria, can you hear me? Right? That's the beauty. And
Let me see.
doesn't mean we're perfect. No, we're not perfect. And that's the beauty of it. Knowing that we will not always agree on something, but it's like a courtroom. Let me give my own point. You bring your own point. We'll look at it, and then we'll see like, okay, this is it. So that's the beauty. And then this last part for me is leveraging on each other's strengths. Ah, leveraging on each other's strengths. I don't know. It seems Victoria is finding it hard to hear, but I can hear, so that when the video is up, we can continue. Maybe she's not hearing us, but I just need to put this out there just for people that will be watching. Leveraging on each other's strengths. There are certain things that even when I'm sleeping, I'm good at. And there are certain things that I'm not good at. And I find it really hard. But with EJ, it's like this for her. It's like this for her. And there are some things also that I may be better than EJ, and that's not her thing. And then we'll put it out, and then we'll look at it. And the one that's her thing should help to, refine it and do it. So that's bringing two strengths together. And we don't have the same weaknesses, because my own weakness may be her own strength. My own strength may be her weakness. And with that, we've been able to, you know, do things together. I mean, it's a learning curve for me. It's honestly a learning curve for me. And I'm loving, the lessons I'm learning, working with her on a one-on-one basis and doing this show together. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if you're back and if you can hear me.
I'm back. I can hear you. Wow. I did not actually plan to ask that question, but I'm glad I asked because what I actually picked from what you said was the fact that you said you should go with one person, and instead of two, you go with one person. Instead of more than one, you go with one person to make the collaboration even easier for you, and that is a take home assignment. So that's a take home assignment, take home meal for me. Can you see hear me? My network is kind of like glitching.
Yeah, we can hear
We
you.
can
We
hear
can
you. We
hear
can hear
you.
you. Go ahead.
Can
Go
you,
ahead. Go ahead.
oh,
Yes.
all right. So I think, Miss Isha, do you have anything you want to say?
No, no, that I think
Do you
that's
have
it
anything?
for the collaboration part. I think for me, another thing that I'm learning from this is how this can be adapted into any kind of relationship, be it friendship, be it marriage or romantic relationship. It's the openness, the open mind, as in over the last 2 years, like we've known each other for more than 2 years, but we've been doing this together actively for 2 years, right? And over the 2 years that we've been actively doing this together, there have been times that I'm like, what's wrong with this woman? Do you get like where is like what is wrong with this woman, right? But the the ability or the experience and the thing I've learned is how you can be upset at what somebody is doing without being upset at them. And those are two different things. Because what then happens is you are able to talk about the issue is rather than
Mm.
attack the person.
Yes.
And that is
Yes.
such a beautiful lesson that I've learned from our relationship, that fine, it's a case. So if somebody, for example, say this person there's something that some people do to me nowadays that is annoying me. And working with Grace alone has also taught me this, where because she's a therapist, she's a behavioral therapist, right? And when we have conversations, sometimes when we're just catching up, sometimes when we're just looking at, okay, what's going on in your life now, we have all those deep conversations. And I've learned from her that when something triggers you, is not the time to react, like just be reacting. Mm-mm. If you are triggered, it's the time to pause and question yourself, to say, okay, why am I angry? Like, why am I upset? Why?
Mm.
And you ask yourself. And so I've come to do that now. And so when there's something that has been triggering me now, which is when somebody wants to text you, you're texting me. Ideally, I know, okay, oh, we're texting, right? T- let's be text. Let's know that this moment, or even if it's 5 minutes, we have to text. Text me back for papa, papa. Let's go. Not that I will text you and I will not be waiting. Like, what are you
So
doing?
so
If you
how?
don't, if you are not ready, tell me you are busy, so that I know you are busy and I'm not expecting your reply. Do you see? So I don't know. Even Victoria, should we experienced that yesterday? Like, I was like, babe, if you are busy, tell me you are busy. Don't be letting me be waiting for your response. Like, I have other things to do, but I love to, like, okay, for having this conversation, let's conclude and say, okay, talk to you later. I know that that chapter is closed. I can move on to other thing.
Um,
Not like I have this tab open
so can
and
you
then you're
hear
like,
is it my network
I
yes,
can
again?
hear her. I can hear her.
okay, okay.
I think the
So,
network is from your end. I can hear her
all right.
clearly.
She can hear me,
Wow.
right? So
Okay.
but now I'm beginning to question, and question that, like, why are you being triggered, right? So now, before I would just be angry and like, "Ah, what is this now?" And I would just like, I beg, this person is not serious, and I'll close the chapter. But now, questioning myself has made me even more open about that. And that's why, if I'm beginning to get agitated by the delay, I just come forth to say, are you busy at the moment? If you're busy, you can let me know and we can have this conversation later. And most times when I do that, the person actually say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm actually doing something. Okay, you know what? Give me 10 minutes. Oh, you know what? Let's talk in 30 minutes time. Hey, Kalas, no need to be upset for nothing, right? So yeah, that's what I want to say. Like, this relationship has really taught me a lot in the last 2 years. And I think it's something that I can adapt to any kind of relationship at all.
That thing you
Mm.
actually
You know?
mentioned, you saying okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. You're saying some things trigger you. Do you know because of because you attacked me yesterday for that? I had to come here very early as 12. Because I didn't just want to. I didn't because I could sense that. I think that actually, you know, you didn't like that. And meanwhile, just me naturally. If I'm doing something, I don't tell people that, oh, I'm coming or anything. I just leave my phone. Whenever I'm ready to reply, whenever I'm ready to respond to you, I respond. As long as it's not if I'm doing it intentionally. I'm just like caught up with some things and all of that. But now that I've known, like I'll just put that into my behavior, my bad character. So in case there are others that would just have that same thoughts like you too. So
And
I think that
sorry,
would help me to.
can I add to that?
Yes,
Can
please.
I add to that?
Yes,
I sent a
absolutely.
message to someone. I sent a message to someone, and I think I learned from that okay, I'll do voice notes more. So I sent a message to someone because I sent just what EJ just said just reminded me of that situation. So I sent a message to her today, and then she did not respond till like maybe 3 or 4, 5 days later. And then for me, I'm like, I like to give excuses for people that maybe she's busy. And so maybe I'm the one asking for this thing. She's probably busy. Or maybe if it's doing me, I should call. Maybe I'm the one, really I want to hear, I should call. I just gave all the excuses. And then finally, when she responded, she now told me that she was working and all that. I said, I figured, I just guessed. And then she went a whole again. The message I sent, I now said, are you in or out? Or the way I put her in a position that, is it yes or no or something? Let me know. It was something I wanted to find out if it was available or something. It was supposed to be mutually beneficial because I was the one that was going to buy that thing, so I wanted to know. And then I now asked in the message, and I said that, is it available or not? And she did not. She now said, what the hell? I didn't say anything again. I said, it has triggered this person. I didn't say, because people are going through different things and you don't know what that person is going through. And it's not in my place to let that person, answer me by force. You understand? So I just, went back. And then the person that introduced us together came to my office to see me, and we were talking. And then when I now told the person that, this your person is not attending me. And I said, why? Let me call. If you see, hey, the person was like, can you imagine? The lady is asking me if it's yes or no. And in my innocent mind, I was like, is it, let me know if I'm moving on to finding someone. You understand? Since then, I said, you know what? Everything is research for me. Everything is research. Because me too, I don't know what I have just innocently done that the other person is para in there. And I'm like, so, and that's to people out there listening to this. It can also help, when we're talking about working with people and dealing with human beings. Me, I'm innocently doing what I'm doing, and the other person is busy fuming and is almost bringing kata from her nose or his nose because somebody, you understand? And then I now called her, which was what changed the whole dynamics. And I said, when I explained, you see this our voice, it changes a lot. They want us to be using text, and it's not our style. They just brought it. That's why we have a voice. What's in my own mind is not what you are reading, because your perspective as at when you're reading, your condition, your situation as at when you're reading can just give it 1,000,001 meaning. And what I have learned because of that one alone, sometimes when I'm assuming, maybe if I send a message and the person answered in a funny way that my perspective at that time is like, Kene, what are you asking me? I beg, use your brain and count it, or use your tongue and count it. I'll pause. And I'll be like, maybe it's not a good time. Maybe this person now is going through whatever they are going through. I will now look for a nicer way. And does it mean that all the time that's how it is? Not necessarily. Me too. I may not be in a very good mood when I send, and then I would send my own back in. What is wrong with you? Right? Just for balance. But all in all, out of 100, I will try as much as possible. And we're saying this generally just to help when it comes to collaboration and when it comes to dealing with different people at different times. And some of the things that will make you feel that, okay, I beg, this person is always like this, I cannot work with this person. Meanwhile, it's not what you're thinking because you're texting. And like EJ, I'll wrap up with it. Like EJ said, there was a time somebody sent me a message. As the message was dropping, a call came, and that call lasted for 20 minutes. Now, it wasn't a call that would have been like, oh yeah, attend, or a call, and then somebody is, do you understand? So I will play like 1 million scenarios before I now say, whoa, this is why, So at the end of the day, it will help when you're dealing with people. It's not easy, oh, it's not.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
everybody gets coin, everybody gets those coin, where they deal with. So that's all from me.
You are actually very, very right. Because as you are saying all of this, I'm also remembering all the responses I give to some people because I don't really have patience like that. Yeah, sometimes that these things too. That's why the fact that I know that I do them too. But when it's done to me, that's why they always say until you taste your own medicine, something like that. Until it's done to you, that's when you realize that this thing. But God will help us all. Yes, so thank you so much for your response. Honestly, this has been really, really interesting. Like I've been just sitting down here, I'm just enjoying myself, and I'm sure that you are enjoying yourselves too. I'm right, right? Yes, yes. And I'm sure that our viewers too are enjoying themselves. So after all of this, we've been talking about voice, we're talking about mental health, but I'm sure that I'm not the only one. Why am I sounding serious? Okay, this is not. We just want to we want to know how both of you like met as like before this whole voice impact. Like how did you meet? Like was it that you met online? Because most of my friends, for me, most of my friends, I met them online because I don't go out. So for someone like me that is an introvert, I just most of my friends
Forget
are online.
introverts, no introverts. Forget introverts. It's not about introverts. If you know what you're looking for is also looking for you. Okay.
So
Fun
how did you
fact.
know that he is going to be a valuable person? Yeah, I think
Fun
that's
fact.
yeah.
Fun fact. Fun fact. Are you ready for this fun fact?
Okay, we are ready.
Are you ready for this fun fact? Me and Gracie have not met in person.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. My network is just going
I'm
on and on.
saying that myself and Gracie, we have not met in person.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am. And we've known each other for over 4 years. We met through somebody else in a WhatsApp group for coaches. We connected there, we formed a mastermind, and we started doing life together through the mastermind. We'll read books every week, we'll come back to review, we'll set goals, we'll keep ourselves accountable on our goals. And from there, we kept knowing each other. It was a bigger group, like group of 8 women, but for some reason we gravitated towards each other, and then we started this journey and even brought us closer. We have not met. I cannot see it. The day we go meet Grace, we need to document that meeting, like from the point where I go enter flight and you go enter flight or something.
Wow.
We need to make it a reality TV show that Grace and EJ are finally going to meet in person.
I agree. We need to document it. Like, when they say that, there's this Yoruba adage. Now Yoruba people know this adage that Oju loro wa. I don't agree that it is, maybe
So see
the
face
way
to
they
face
said
that
it,
you can
it's face
connect.
to face. Maybe it will be different too. But I can now understand how some people will tell you that they've been dating online, they've been dating, and they are getting married. In my own head, I'm like, are you okay? How will you marry somebody you've never met? Just this working with EJ for or knowing her for 4 years it's just like you see, it's more about communication. Life is communication. Talk, connect. If you want to see somebody's character, it will show even in the communication. If you're in each other's spaces, the outstanding character, this outstanding behavior of the person would show. You don't have to be in the same, it's a different ball game if you're in the same room with the person, but you already have an idea of some of the things that this person can take or cannot take. So when you now see physically, you will now see how to now take it from there. But all in all, sometimes, I forget. When you say, we have not met, I'm like, don't be like, don't be me and you sit down that day for that way. It's like we have met, we have lived, we have, we've gone shopping together, we have gone for events together. That's how it plays in my head. And that's to tell you how open-minded we are. And then to tell you, and this is also to tell people certain things. Groups can be hard, but if you've identified a particular group with people of potential, people that you see, there's a way God works. God is working with us, with social media and gadgets now. Back in those days, he used what was their trending stuff to work with them. But now, God is using what we have to work with us. You're in a group, it's very hard for you to even connect. You're finding it hard. So for me, when it's a bigger group, like very big, and people different things might be hard. But when I identify the people dropping what I know is beneficial to me, I will run with it. I would run with the fact that I would reach out to this person, that you're doing something that I like. I want to learn from you. I want us to learn from each other, and then look at it. Who knows? It could be a bigger thing from there. But some people will just do as I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I know they do these group things. I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. I don't do group things. You know, let's be using all these terminologies, JJ, because it might be sabotaging us.
Honestly.
And that's no disrespect to any personality type, no disrespect. But sometimes we sabotage ourselves because of the labels that we give ourselves. Some of the labels that we give ourselves. It's not that you're not an introvert. You're an introvert, very well and good. But you know that if they give you 1 billion naira, if they say, come and collect 1 billion naira, but this is what you have to do before you get that 1 billion naira, the introvert go disappear.
You will walk on water.
Or let me balance it. I'm an extrovert. Don't come and comport me. Don't keep me. I need to express myself. If they'll give you 1 billion naira to come, just stay for a while and just learn from the room. You don't have to express yourself for a period, or you express yourself in a different way, or you let people see, just don't express yourself for a period and then
You go
express yourself in a
mute.
particular way. Um,
You go
the
mute.
the you go quiet. Expression will keep itself. So for me, I always try to say, strike a balance. Whatever works for you per time. Whatever works for you per time. If you have to develop this thing, if you're an introvert, maybe because what you do, keeps you in a place for a period. So you need to develop the introverted nature to stay in a place for a while, to be able to be indoors, to focus, to think, to do certain things. You develop the introverted nature. And then if you need to go out, express, meet people, connect, you know, you do it. So for me, that's how I see it. So no disrespect to any personality type, but I just we should be we should be careful when we use that as a means. And I'm saying this with regards to leveraging on groups, leveraging even as an introvert. You might just identify one person. You're not doing Gogbero, just one person in that group that you see you're on the same frequency, you're on the same level, and then just still be an introvert, Nobody's telling you to denature yourself or be something else. Still be the introvert. Then talk to the person that I have identified this thing, this particular quality, and then I would like to work with you. I would like to learn from you, and then it's another, but some people just shut up, that I'm an introvert.
Right,
I
that
don't
this is
talk to
my
people.
this is yeah, this is who I
Yeah,
am.
I don't.
You are not one way,
Yeah, this
you
is
are
why I
plenty
don't.
way. You have dimensions to you. You are not one way at all. Amazing. You
Yeah,
know that thing you said
Ganilaga
now.
too.
Can you hear me?
You
The
know that
God
you
that
know that
created us has multiple expressions.
absolutely. Absolutely. Can you hear me? Okay. So you know that thing you said about if they give you
Can
1
you hear
billion,
me?
you will take you. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Victoria, can you hear me?
My network is off again.
Okay, your network is off again. So maybe give it say a few
Okay.
seconds to come, right? Give it a few seconds to come back. Can you
Can
hear
you
me
hear me,
now?
please?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I think you can go ahead. I think it's
Yes,
the
but
Okay.
network, so that when it
Okay.
comes up, we can
can
still
you hear
hear
me
you.
now?
Okay. I think she
Yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
think she can hear. We could hear you before, Victoria, but we can hear
Can you
you
hear me
now.
now?
We,
We were
we
hearing.
can hear
We're
you. We
hearing
can
you
hear you. We're
before.
hearing you all along.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
Probably my network. I could not hear anything.
Yeah, no problem. I was just going to add something to what Vicky said, and then we'll wrap up this, right?
Can you hear me?
What
I'm
Grace
not
is.
hearing anything.
We can hear you. We can hear you. So maybe
Ah,
let
my God.
me drop a comment for her
No,
on
yeah.
WhatsApp. We can hear you. We can
Okay,
hear you.
okay,
All right.
okay, okay.
So that thing you said about, if they give you, there's a situation you will be in that your personality will adapt to that situation. I just remember the funny story that I want to share. When I was in, OAP school, OAP training. One of the stories, I don't know whether it's OAP or is, I can't remember some who told this story, but they were like, so Agbero no gentle. Agbero, these rats, they're always like, so that's how they invited one of them. Sometimes too, your environment is what shapes you, that make you think, oh, I'm introvert, or oh, I'm extrovert. When you are left alone, you will know your true nature sometimes. And so this person, they invited this Agbero rat person to somewhere posh on the island for a conference or something. My guy reached there, my guy gentle. Like he could not say he could not say he could not say. People were like shocked, like, is it the same person? Why? Because the environment did not warrant for like everybody was like everybody was proper. The person blend though. They blend in. Do you see? So again, this is just to say sometimes, like Gracie is saying, don't box yourself, but at the same time, pay attention to that identity you are claiming. Is it really yours? Or because people around you are saying it and that's what you have become familiar with, you also claim it. Me, I'm like this, so I say it as it is. Do you really say it as it is, or because you are with friends who are like that, so that you can feel among, you started doing like that as well? When they isolate you, can you do the
One.
same thing? When you are alone, is that who you are? So again, as we go about, knowing our personality and finding out about it, like, I am energetic, it is true. But I've noticed that in this season, my energy is there. Like, but I have the switch. I can turn it on and I can turn it off. I am in rooms now and people are like, where is your energy? I'm like, it's right here. It's in here. But give me a mic now. That like it's like light and day. Give me a mic and there is a blossoming expression of it. But other than that, like, I'm just like chill. Even the chill, my chill in this season is chilling me. I'm like, why are you so quiet? What's wrong with you? I'm like, it's a season and I will enjoy it. It's also who I am. It means that I have that capacity in me. And who knows? Maybe God is preparing me to enter some kind of rooms that's the kind of decorum that is
Of
required
course.
to be in that room. Do you understand? So again, as we label ourselves, let's also know that, see, you don't know you completely. That's why you have to consistently learn about yourself. And so imagine if you don't know you completely and you have to consistently learn about yourself. Imagine the next person. You cannot know anybody finish. And so when you position yourself and when you have that mindset, it makes relationships easier, because whatever it is you now are discovering about a person, it will not automatically just make that person black or bad or written off. But you're saying, wow, okay, I've not seen this version of this person before. What's going on? Why is this person now portraying this version? What is triggering it? Am I a part of the trigger? Or is it just a season? You see? Because is it not the same lava that becomes a butterfly? If you met it at the larva stage, would you ever know it's going to become a beautiful butterfly? No. But if you are privileged to watch that metamorphosis happen, you will appreciate the creation. You will appreciate how, even as human beings, and I don't think it's just human beings, as living things, we evolve. And so, because we evolve, let's be more open to experiencing and watching how that evolving is taking place in ourselves and in the people that we relate with. And I think it gives us a bit more of accommodation. It makes us more accommodating and more tolerant, with each other.
I love it.
Honestly,
I absolutely love it. I love it. I just love how you said what you said. And with the Aguero, somebody will tell you that that must have been the most frustrating period for the Aguero, that him not being able to express himself like he would do. But take that Agbero to that place every day for another 3 months, and then you'd see that okay, this is a new normal. This is the new normal. And that go he might not like it. His friends will call him and he say, me ò like ibẹ̀ yẹn o, mo ń lọ o, kíni, that's not me. He say like this thing. And he will think about the money, say, but money ìdówó yìí now. And then he will like, okay, bóyá ká tiẹ̀ manage bí ká má ṣe gbàgbàgbà, ká má ṣe eléyìí, kò sí wàhálà, a máa try ẹ̀ náà ni. And then you see after 4 months, he's like, okay, and you see that is old nature. That is old nature, just gradually. And I'll tell you, let me wrap up with this. They brought one woman from Warri, old woman in her 70s. She grew up in Warri. And they brought her to a place where when you come out, you see your neighbors, you say, good morning, good afternoon. For 1 week, she was seeing that and she was like, So one day she just packed her bag and told her son, her son, a lawyer, a senior advocate that brought her from Warri. She now told her son that, oh yeah, come carry me, they go Warri. Which kind be this? Nobody they break bottle for people head. When I just wake up in the morning, good afternoon. I dey go. I go die quick if I dey for here. And true story. Like the mama, we went to that area, we saw the mama, and then they were now telling us, say, out of mama. Then I say, mama said this place is too normal for her. That she wants to go to a place where they are breaking bottle, and then she should carry her down. Where they happen? That she will run. I say, mama, at what age? Said they took her back because she started. She started feeling sick. That no, you just sit down. That una no dey quarrel. Una no dey quarrel. Una go just dey greet una sef. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Una no dey quarrel for here. You can imagine how trauma has become a normal. You can imagine, so that's over to you, Victoria.
wow. That means thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you for all your answers. You both answered so well. Like the responses are just apt, and I'm sure that the viewers are learning. They are learning a whole lot. And myself, even me myself, that's a myself. Even me myself, I am learning. So that means you are saying even sometimes it's it's sometimes amendment is not possible. Like sometimes it's not. How do I put it? Just like this woman talked about. That means Mrs. J said after a while you will amend. But what if you can't amend? What if you can't adjust to that environment? Will I die?
That's fine.
It
Yes.
is
Or
what it
You
is.
you you see, it is. And you know, so when they say when you can adjust, so this is the question. First and foremost, one of the characteristics of a human being is adaptability. It's a characteristics. In your biology, you did biology. You know, it's not because you cannot, which happened to me. The time that I was depressed for a bit in my life was because I was taken from a city to a village. I had to go to that village. So I was saying to myself that why can I be a city girl? Why would I come to this village? Do you get? Now it was the story and the picture that I had of me exactly. So looking at it now, knowing what I know, I could have. What does it take to enjoy a place? Get to know people. People like you will definitely be in that village. People like you and different things. So I'm speaking from a place of information now. So when somebody comes to meet me now and say that they are finding it hard to stay in a particular place, I would not rush them. You must stay, you must stay. I would want to understand what it is that they are struggling with.
mm,
So when we make it ambiguous, when we make it very big, we may not be able to pick it and understand it. One of the characteristics of a human being is adaptability. So if you're finding it hard to adapt, then there is a problem somewhere. So we will now find out what the problem is. And as human beings, we struggle with change. It's just our brain. Our brain does not like change. You be like, you're used to this, and then you're bringing in something new. The brain will fight it with all it's got to make sure you don't. And then if it keeps fighting and you don't relent and you continue, the brain will tell itself like, it's like this is the new normal. So we need to accept this with this person because you're the host, you're the one in charge, you're the one you're the one to tell the brain that this is the new normal. It's either you take it, except if it's something that is beginning to affect you. So let's balance this. If the thing is affecting you, and you're not able to really deal with it, then you can now say, okay, let's move here first and see. And then you can now look for how to tweak it. You try to see, you adjust little by little. You don't try to adjust it at once. You just little by little. Is it that I don't have friends? That's why it's hard for me to be in this town. Can I look for a common ground where I can see people that I can connect with, from there? So what's the problem? Is it friendship? Is it just the city? Or what is it? So that's or is it the environment? It could be a workplace, like, okay, this is my work environment. I cannot be here. I hate it here. Okay, the question is, why do you hate it here? Is it the person you're working with that is tormenting you? If it's that person that is tormenting you, what do you want to do different? Do you want to talk to the person that working with you? This is what is causing me and all of, there are different ways to try to adjust a lot of things. Not that you just sit down and say that I will not do anything. I'll just let time pass. And I'm saying, I'm going to say, it's not working. It's not working. What are you actively doing to ensure that you are actually adjusting and, shifting the pole, or how do they say it? Shifting the whatever, and then at the end of the day, because most times we leave when we are almost there, we just run. And I'm speaking this from experience because it has happened to me.
Right.
I ran away.
And you've chiseled up until that point. Just a few steps to the goal. You remember Think and Grow Rich. A
Think
few
and grow it.
steps, 3 feet to the goal. You now give up and say, this is not working.
It's not
Honestly, oh my
working.
God. Oh, we could go on and on and on and on and on. We will do this again, Grace. We'll do this again.
thank you so
Oh,
much.
we'll
Yeah.
do this again, but let's allow Victoria wrap up now because we are now over the time. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, this has been impactful. And one thing I picked from what you just said, this you just said, is that happiness is a choice. You have to choose to be happy. You have to be intentional about your happiness. Even when the environment speaks negativity, you have to be optimistic. Yeah, I think that's it. Before we round up, I'll just like to we will just like to know who is your greatest motivation. Like, who is that role model? Who is that person that inspires you? And yes, and what just add everything together. What you would like to say to your viewers. Just tell us what you like to the advice you'd like to give to the younger generations, those that are looking up to you. If do you understand that? Yeah. So
Yes,
Miss Grace, you
Grace,
can
go for
start,
it first. Make her think. Just get role model.
or you can just start by telling us what you've learned about life and what you want us not to do. Those mistakes in the voice, in the
Parting message. Oh yeah, yeah, Grace, go for
Okay, so who inspires me? A lot of people inspire me, but I would rather not mention names now because we don't have the time. So what I would say is what inspires me. It is a what that inspires me and nature. So every time, anytime I am feeling low, I look at nature, I look at trees, I look at plants struggling to grow, and I see them grow eventually. I look at trees that are not going to, they have the days that they don't fruit, they're just there, blossoming with their leaves. You just see them, and then maybe when you come back, you see them with their fruits. So when I look at all these things, I get inspired, I get hopeful, and I see that life is beautiful. So when it comes to the who, Sam Adeyemi, number one, Sam Adeyemi, for leadership. So I have different people for different areas of my life that inspire me. So it's going to be a tough one if you'd ask me. But yeah, but all in all, when it comes to leadership coaching, Lanre Olushola is my coach, is my teacher, is my mentor, is someone I learn a lot from, and my parents. That's it.
okay. So what do you have for the younger generation? Those that are looking up to you, people like me that are looking up to
Okay,
you.
so yeah, be yourself.
what
Do the mistake. Make the mistake. Make the mistake, and don't over critique yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Everybody is We're all at different journeys. Even me, I'm not even close to where I want to be. So don't critique yourself. I caught you. Did I say this? You're trying to do some things on yeah, which is fine. Give yourself grace and grow with the flow.
Thank you
Love it.
very much.
Love it.
So over to
Thank you.
you.
Thank you for the question. I've been thinking, but okay, that inspiration. The thing is, I am an inspirator myself. My
Mm.
consistency is inspiring me. But like she
Wow.
said, it's not a person, it's not a who, it's a what. For me, the scripture inspires me. For the longest time, I knew the concept of what a mentor was, what a model was, but I just felt like, you know what, there is nobody as perfect as Jesus, right? So it's like everybody will have their flaws. So I could pick here and there and there and there, but the one person, if I have no other person in the world to look to say, okay, if I want to live as this person, who is that person? To be honest with you, is Jesus, because I just feel like he's the one perfect person, perfect human, perfect God, right? So yeah, yeah, the scripture inspires me. He has always just wanted to grow in my knowledge of God and my knowledge of, who he is. But then my teachers are in season for this year. My teachers are Devola Dejikurumi, and that's DDK and Stephanie EK. Those are my spiritual teachers for this year. And so I listen to their messages a lot. I work with DDK. She's my coach. So that, of course, but some other people, like even my community members, you guys inspire me. I say it a lot to you, even Victoria. When I see your work, when I see how you're consistently showing up, it inspires me. I'm like, wow, I am happy that there are young people who, even though you're not completely clear on the journey ahead, but you've seen a glimpse of it and you're holding on to that glimpse and showing up consistently with that. And like Gracie was saying, that don't criticize yourself. It's almost like the way I say it to my community and my son, for example, is grow through it. So you don't just go through it, you grow through it. So and this shift took place in my life, I think in 2018 or 2019, when Bishop T.D. Jakes published his book Soar, and then he was having an interview with Stephen Furtick
I don't
at
know
the
if you
time.
can hear me.
Okay, I can hear you, but maybe you can't hear me, so I'll continue. Grace, you can still hear me, ba? Oh, am I gone?
Oh,
I can hear you clearly. I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay. So and he was saying, and
can you hear her?
I think
I can't hear her.
yes, she can hear me. So Stephen Furtick was saying that he was asking TJs at the
Mom,
time, like, what happens if what you think you are doing or what you think you are called
I
for
don't know if you
will
can hear me.
we can hear
I'm
you.
trying to
Oh.
send a text.
So
Oh, if you can't
that
hear me.
what if this thing I'm doing now is not the thing I'm supposed to be doing? And the
Honestly, I
way he
can't
answered
hear it.
that question kind of shifts something for me to say that even if it's not what you are meant to be doing, because you are diligent at it, it will lead you to what you're supposed to be doing, rather than wait and say, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm confused, what should I do? And then you are stuck. Rather, that one thing that you have an idea, keep doing it, and in the process clarity comes in motion. So as you do it, you become clear to exactly what you want. So that those are some of the things that guides me. And recent reflection has showed me that, girl, you know, consistency really is about belief. It's only when you believe that something is going to break at some point that you stay consistent with the process. If you don't, it's because you don't believe that if you continue, anything would happen. But when you continue, it's because you believe that one day this thing is going to work. And that's why Thomas Edison had to keep trying 10,000 times. Like, you have to have a level of belief to say this thing will work, you know. And the Ford, Harrison Ford, that's why it's like this car, there will be a car, there will be cars. Everybody did not believe him at the time, but there was a belief he had, like, this thing will work. And he kept doing it until it worked. Barnes, that wanted to work with this in the Think and Grow Rich, it's like, I will work with this man. I don't know how. I've not met him before. I don't even have money to travel to where he is, but I will meet this guy and I will work with him. It's the belief that made him continue until that thing became his reality. So really, that has shifted for me in recent time. That, see, consistency. And I look at myself, honestly, I am consistent, if I do say so myself. So I know it's because
Yeah.
I believe that one day I will break even. And so I'm going to continue to do the things that God is putting in front of me now until I break even. So, and even if I don't, I am better for it. And that's okay. So to my
Wow.
younger generation, keep moving, keep moving.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grace. So amazing. Thank you, energetic AJ. I'm sure that our audience viewing, you've been inspired, not just inspired, you've had fun. I'm sure that you were glued all through this conversation, and surely I was entertained as well. Thank you so much for having me, and it was an honor. It is an honor, and it will be an honor to have this, with you again. And I'm so happy that I was able to complete this mission.
We celebrate you. We
Thank you so
celebrate
much
you. I
for
know you're scared. You were scared, like, oh my God, I've not done it before. I've not gone live before. I've not hosted live broadcast before. I'm like, girl, can you conduct a conversation? And like, I would love to experience it. I'm glad you've experienced it and you did
I
good.
like
So well done. Kudos to you. Thank you for taking this on.
thank you so much for this honor.
Awesome.
Honor.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining the conversation today. If you want us to repeat this, tell us. We'll go and drag another of our community member. I think this is a good way to actually help people practice, conducting conversations. And we're happy to do it because, see, we don't live for ourselves. We live to help other people live. We live to create lasting impact. And if this can be a channel to do that, please, we don't mind. We can adapt this over a period of time for people who are really like willing to experience this, to say, let me try. I'm shaking, but let me try. And you see, you've done it now. I'll see you doing more. Like I'll be seeing you now, be conducting interviews and be going
It's
live
just
and getting guests. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. So we'll come your way again next week with yet another tantalizing conversation on your voice, your impact. Remember that you have a voice and your voice is meant for impact. Use it well today. God bless you. See you next week. Bye bye.
wow.